Alright, what's going on, you guys? It's Kevin the Full Metal Ginger. Got a vinyl update for you, man. Been a while, been a long while. Actually, I think outside of my Holy Grails I showed off not that long ago, this is the first time since the year-end list. So, damn, 4 months pretty much. Got all 7 inches to show you today. I've had 2 or 3 of them at least since the beginning of the year. And the other 2 kind of sprinkled there out, but all of it at least for a month and a half. It just kept getting pushed back. I was going to put them with different videos, and then I just decided to lump it all into one. And I had some other shit I wanted to talk about first, so it's finally getting done. I've recorded this video fucking twice already, and both times it had a ton of lag in it, so if it ends up happening this time, I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, but I'm not fucking recording this shit again. Lighting is already terrible. It's been a long fucking goddamn day, and the girls left me here by myself, went on vacation, so I don't give a flying fuck about recording this shit again. I'm happy. Alright, listening to Venomous Maximus-Firewalker, killer fucking heavy metal and doomy kind of stuff in there with it too. Out of Texas, I believe. Houston, Texas. I don't know why this is the only one I own by them. But I've had this for a while, and I finally got a jewel case for it, so it's not just fucking sitting in a pile of all the other shit I need to put a jewel case with. Don't know why that's the only one I own by them, but it's a killer fucking album. Alright, so we're going to jump into these fucking 7 inches. I'm really fucking happy with all these. These are great. This first one especially is probably my favorite split that I own now. Yeah, most likely. Just a goddamn fucking dirty, disgusting, nasty, beautiful masterpiece. Let me just show this to you. This is a split between Slaughtbbath and Grave Desecrator, entitled, God, I want to try, Música de Nuestra Muerte. Yeah. I think that roughly translates to Music of Our Death, but I looked it up in Spanish, so it's probably wrong. It probably needs to be in Portuguese. I don't know how close they are, so it could mean any fucking thing. But yeah, man, just a split from 2 fucking South American powerhouses as far as I'm concerned. And I hate to say this, it's so cliche to say it, but I mean, they're South American. But they do take a lot of influence from Sarcophago. You can definitely hear it in both bands. It's not like a major thing, but it is definitely kind of like the foundation, and then they've kind of added their own thing on top of it, for sure. Slaughtbbath out of Chile plays like a knuckle-dragging style of Black Death, kind of what you'd hear with the Steel Mockery, or Hades Archer would be a good example. So you kind of get a vibe for them right there. You can actually hear some of their, what song was it? Tyranny from Sodom, I believe. A bit of like a De Mysteriis Domsthenes. Fuck, I don't know, I can't pronounce shit today. De Mysteriis, I don't know, I can hear a bit of Freezing Moon in there. Just the kind of, just the riffage in there. It sounds very similar to me. Very, very cool, man. And Slaughtbbath has done splits with a ton of fucking other bands. You got, damn, I want to try to name some. Unholy Temple, Demonic Rage, Vulture, Hades Archer, Ill Omen, just to name a few, not counting Grave Desecrator. This one's definitely one of my favorite. Just one of fucking 10,000 Slaughtbbath splits. The Grave Desecrator side, I could show you the fucking insert. And it came with this fucking flyer, which I'm not going to throw it away. Grave Desecrator is more along like the lines of like a really high octane, lots of riffing, lots of blasting style of something like you'd hear from Goat Penis, but maybe not so thrashy. It's kind of just a little bit heavier, if that makes sense whatsoever. There's the Grave Desecrator side and Slaughtbbath. So yeah, Grave Desecrator only have done, I think, 2 other splits, and those were with Catacumba and Ogrimmer, I believe. And I guess I can show you this. Man, this is on picture disc, and it's fucking beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Yeah, it's actually the cover art kind of split in half for each side of the record. So there's the Slaughtbbath slide. And this is some of that art where the more you look at it, the more you see little details in it that just kind of pop out that you never noticed before. There is obviously the dick right there. But yeah, man, there's other little things hidden in there. And the Grave Desecrator side with an obvious gigantic cock. But yeah, man, lots of little details in it, which stuff like that I love looking for and finding. Not that I'm looking for gigantic cocks or anything, but you know, it's just kind of, that was kind of odd. But yeah, man, just fucking beautiful fucking art. It really fits with the music, and it's a complete package is what I'm trying to say. Goddamn fucking pun. I believe Daniel from Slaughtbbath did all the art for this, which is cool, man. I like to see when the artists themselves will do all of the art and all that kind of thing. Yeah, as I said, probably my favorite split right now. I'm listening to this a ton. I mean, yeah, it's 2 years old now, but still, it's, I don't want to say my favorite bands, but two of my favorite bands out of the South American scene. Man, these bands fucking rule. Heavy as fuck. Get the goddamn job done. Why am I sticking that in there? I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, man, and that's another thing with the cover art, too. Just lots of little details that I never noticed right at first. Because you got all the faces and shit here, but here's one giant face, like it's all coming out of this dude's head. Just little shit like that I love finding. And there's also this pit. I just noticed this the first time I recorded this. It's in the top of the skull here, but it looks like a pit, but if you look closely, it almost looks like there's bats coming out of it. And there's also people walking this way, but then you look again and it looks like the fucking stalactites in a cave. All this shit up here. Yeah, I don't know if you can really see it. I mean, the details are very small. There's the pit I was talking about. Here's the stalactites and the teeth. And the people walking. But yeah, man, just really cool detail. I really like seeing shit like that. And it's just cool that it comes from the band itself, man. Cut out the middleman. You ain't got to pay for so much shit. And it's just wonderful. But yeah, great split. Like I've said 1,000 times already. Probably my favorite one going right now. It's just fucking brilliant. So there's Slaughtbbath and Grave Desecrator with Música de Nuestra Muerte. Awesome. And this one is one that I'm fucking stoked that I picked up. At first, I kind of wasn't digging it. But then the more I listened to it, the more it really hooked me, and the more I really started to appreciate it quite a bit. And it's, I mean, this just shows you how musically retarded I am. This is some doom metal out of fucking Norway, which me personally, and yeah, I probably don't listen to enough doom, but I don't think Norway when I think doom. Anyway, this is a single, technically, or they label it as a single, but it's actually got 2 songs on it. And I'll just show it to you. This is Devil. And the songs are The Noble Savage and Blood is Boiling. And I absolutely love the cover art. I love the green. I love how it's on a matte black. I love the smoky feel, which, yeah, I guess it's a cliche thing for fucking doom. But I don't know, it just fits the music, man. The stoner vibe, the fucking candles, the skull, it's just fucking perfect, I think. This is kind of difficult to describe. It definitely has a dirty 70s hard rock sound, and, but it's got the traditional doom with the psychedelic fucking groove kind of layered in over top of it. But it really does have its own vibe. And I think the reason why is their singer, how do you pronounce his name? Joachim Trengsrud sounds exactly, well, I don't want to say exactly, he sounds a lot like Peter Steele when he was doing the Type of Negative shit. Definitely not the carnivore stuff, which I think would have probably sounded really good on here. But be that as it may, it's just kind of like it's kind of a strange thing when you're used to kind of the, I don't want to say the raspier stuff, but more like the straight up clean singing, not the, what Peter Steele fucking sounds like. I'm not going to make an ass of myself. But yeah, man, it just makes it really different, and at first I wasn't digging it, probably mostly for that reason, but as time went on, I really started to fucking love it, and it really started to hook me after a while. Originally, this was this came out as I guess a prequel for their debut full-length Time to Repent, which came out like 2 months later, and later on they took this and their demo Magister Monday Zoom and put it together as a compilation and released it a little bit later. Came out in 2011, if I didn't say that already, on Soul Sailor Records. And this is actually the second pressing of the album, or the single. The first pressing had, it was on black vinyl only. The second one is only on brown. And that's what I have, the Dookie Brown. And that's the only way you can really tell as far as I'm aware. I don't know of any other differences. It's got some dust on it. Well, it ain't coming off right now. Yeah, it's kind of cool that it was the green, the whole pot smoking thing, but I mean, this is brown. I guess you could call it the fucking resin in the bottom of your pipe brown. Or Dookie Brown, that's what I call it. What I like about it doesn't tell you which side is which, so you think, but then you look closely, you got a sun here and a moon there, so the Noble Savage, and Blood is Boiling. And I believe at least the Noble Savage ended up on the debut, Time to Repent. That's the second time I'm mentioning that, I believe. Ended up on there. The Blood is Boiling, I don't know if it ended up anywhere else. I just don't recall. I probably should have looked it up and checked that out to find out. But man, this is what I love about, you know, this kind of shit is just, it's stuff that I don't want to say I've ignored it for years, but, you know, for the most part, it was the death metal, the black metal, the thrash, and seldom did I venture away from that. And I guess it's just where I didn't really like anything else, but as time went on, you know, I started noticing things, and I started exploring the outer rim, so to speak. And now, man, I'm getting into all kinds of shit that I didn't like 10 years ago. Fucking crust punk, D-beat, yeah, grindcore, which I've never really looked into much. Sludge, obviously. The doom, the fucking funeral doom, the stoner doom, and of course anything that the doom that's got the psychedelic fucking shit is what I fucking love. But I don't know, I'm just having a lot of fun, really starting to broaden my horizons. And it's not that I didn't want to before. It's just kind of happened, you know, it just happened organically. I just didn't feel it before, but I won't quit rambling. This is a really cool single. Go check it out. They have great music, great material. It's fucking devil. Check it out. Alright, this one is an old release. Okay, let me rephrase. These are old songs on a fucking new release. It's actually new. It came out last year. But as far as I can tell, and it says on the back how old these fucking songs are, I assume, yeah, I'm rambling. I'm going to just show it to you. This is Wargasm. This is a EP, I guess. This has got Suicide Squad and Power of the Hunter, which is a cover from Tank, I do believe. Old British band, if I'm not mistaken. This one came out last year, as I said, but the songs on here say they're from 85 and 82, which I don't know that for sure, just because they sound so fucking similar. And I mean, it's even got, you know, a different listing of and it could be the people who recorded it, but it's just listed differently. I don't know why. It's just different lineup on there, I guess. The band's out of Boston. They've been split up for at least 10 years now, give or take. And they played like what I call the fun thrash. This is going to sound weird, but I know you'll know what I'm talking about. It's like the upbeat, it doesn't have a lot of darkness to it, the dark vibe. It sounds like they must be playing a lot of major scales because it sounds like a happy, upbeat type of sound. It just reminds me of stuff like fucking Testament or Forced Entry or Suicidal Tendencies. That's just the kind of vibe I get from it. And actually, speaking of Testament, the singer on at least Suicide Squad, Brad, what is his fucking name? Bob Mayo, sounds fucking dead on like fucking Chuck Billy. It's fucking weird. I don't know what it is about these 7 inches. Everyone's sounding the same. But to knock on it a little bit, I've never really liked that style of vocal in thrash. The fucking like harsh, clean vocal. I'm going to kick your ass today. Like the fucking James Hetfield shit, like later on, when it was, yeah. I mean, this just sounds just fucking like it. And to me, with this kind of thrash, I like it better if you're going to fucking shout it. And that just sounds better anyway. It takes the aggression away, in my opinion, if it's too clean. You know, if you got that just singing vocal. I just don't like it. I never have. But that's just whatever. It's the only knock I have on it, really. Yeah. What was I going to say? Alright, so Suicide Squad is definitely my favorite on here, which is their original. It does have a lot of tremolo riffs, which I love. It's really fast. Lots of speed. I mean, it's just a classic in the genre as far as I'm concerned. Power of the Hunter, this version, their version, I don't care for. I don't know. I just prefer the Tank version better. I just think it's a little bit harsher, a little bit more raw, and they do have the dirty bass sound. It just fits that band a little bit better, I think. That's really the only reason. Yeah, what else was I going to say? But in terms of cosmetics, this is nothing crazy. I do love the fucking Jet logo with the W. That's fucking awesome. It is just on black vinyl, but there is something I need to show you. Okay, so when I first got this and started listening to it, alright, I'm going to listen to Suicide Squad first. So I put this side on. And I start hearing, feel the power of the hunter. And I'm like, that's this side. Why is it playing on this side? So apparently the fucking company fucked the labels up and put them all on the wrong side. It's not that big a deal to me. It's just to me it's something cool that I can just say, hey, check it out. See, just like I just did. So there you go. So let me get this fucking thing back in here. It's actually limited to 500 copies, 250 on black and another 250 on like a neon yellow, which I guess would have matched this, which I would have much rather had than the black, but it's just fucking whatever. But yeah, I saw the picture of it. It looks fucking great, so I really wish I could have got that. This really hasn't aged well, man. It's a product of its time. It's just, you know, it's something that was better off back in the 80s. But what I love about it, you know, you kind of listen to it as a piece of history, you know, to kind of look and see where the music has came. Because there's a lot of shit that'll fucking transcend the decades, but this one isn't one of them. Which is cool, you know, it's kind of only... You kind of only get it in the 80s, man, you know what I mean? That's just kind of the way I describe it and how I feel about it. But amazing shit, man. They've got a fucking... There's at least 3 or 4 full lengths they have. They've got plenty of other demos and splits out. They're well worth checking them out. They've reformed a few times, so maybe they'll do it again. You never know. So yeah, there's a fucking Wargasm, Suicide Squad, and Power of the Hunter. Alright, you guys are gonna fucking punch me in the fucking face, I understand. And I promise this is the last time, at least for a while, that I'll talk about Nun Slaughter. I know everyone's fucking turning the video off now, I don't blame you, but it just is what it is, I gotta talk about it. I guess I'll show you the fucking insert first. So this is a reissued picture disc. It was reissued in 2016. This is a 2004 split with Nun Slaughter and Gravewurm. So here's the Nun Slaughter side. I guess I could show you that first. Yeah. Yeah, it was on just a plain 7-inch vinyl, but originally it had an orange and black splatter. And I really think the Halloween theme really plays well here, man. It's just because it's just, you know, primitive. It's a great piece of primitive lo-fi death metal. And it just really represents what the record's all about, you know, and all that kind of thing. And this is a, what you call, I guess they call it a versus demo, or versus split, because each band will play an original song, and then they'll go back and cover a song from the opposite band. So, Nun Slaughter plays On the Icy Plains I Die by Gravewurm, and Gravewurm plays Killed by the Cross by Nun Slaughter. And they've each got an original song. And that's another thing, too, with Nun Slaughter. I've heard so many of their fucking songs, it's just cool to get a different one. Because a lot of releases, they play the same fucking shit on each one. And I gotta show you this, man. This picture disc is fucking beautiful. I would love to have the original as well, but this is fucking beautiful. And there's just something about this art. And art on a picture disc, it just looks so much better. I don't know why, but it just does. It just pops out at you so much more. This is the Nun Slaughter side. It looks fucking great. All the fucking little intricate details on this witch. It's just, I love it. And here is the Gravewurm side. With the coffin and the fucking, what is that, the Reaper back there behind him? I just noticed that, literally. That's fucking weird. But yeah, man, just add to another fucking Nun Slaughter release to the collection. But honestly, I do like the Gravewurm side a little bit better. I don't know why, man. It's just, this particular release with Nun Slaughter, which I guess I want to save that for this next piece that I'm going to show you, but, you know, there's just a little bit more, it's one of those releases where they don't sound like the same band. And I don't know, man, just the fucking Gravewurm side just sounds a little bit more gnarly. But I just think this is a really good split. It's well done. Both bands really complement each other really well. And Nun Slaughter plays, you know, a little bit more of a slower style on this one, like Gravewurm tends to do with their almost doom sound. But it helps with the flow a little bit. Both bands have been around for a long time. They've lived near each other at least. It's just kind of, it just fits, man. They've really done a really good job on this. So, yeah, awesome split. I don't know. I don't think it has a name. It's just Nun Slaughter Gravewurm split. So, go pick it up. It's still pretty cheap, man. And finally, the last fucking Nun Slaughter I'll show for hopefully a while. I guess this time I'll just show the fucking disc first. This is another picture disc reissue. And the art is taken, I think, from the cover of the jacket on the original piece. This original came out in 2004. This is another 2016 reissue on picture disc. God damn, the Supreme Beast. Look at that. That looks so fucking good. And I wish I could just get the light right so you could fucking just stare at this thing. So much to look at. And I believe this is, like I said, the center of the jacket on the original Supreme Beast release. And yet another raw Nun Slaughter piece, man. This does not sound like they were in a proper studio at all, even though they were. It really sounds like they just set up a mic, pressed play, and then just, you know, went at it. And I don't know if fucking Dawn of the Dead was trying to do, like, different fucking vocals on some of these releases. Because he really sounds more like Jim Sadist on this one. It's really weird, man. He's a lot more guttural. Again, I don't know if he was just trying a certain method or trying to do something different or trying to mix it up or what. But yeah, it's weird. I mean, Hell's Unholy Fire was out by the time this came out. Fucking Goat was out by the time this came out. And he doesn't sound like that on the other ones. He's got the same raspy, fucking harsh vocal that he always does. So I don't know what was happening. Maybe just one of them things. I really don't own enough Nun Slaughter to be able to tell you what was going on back then. It could have just been some random thing. They just fucking tried it and said fuck it and threw it out as a release. So it has 3 original songs, and Kill Your Enemies is a song by Black Tusk, so you got a cover on there. Yeah, I mean, it's something I've really kind of grown to enjoy. I mean, this is, again, like the split. It's more of their slower tracks. I mean, you have songs like Satanic Slut or Raid the Convent. They're not necessarily super fast, but they're definitely mid-tempo. They're really kind of going at it. And this one's a lot, they're a little bit slower. And again, these are not necessarily my favorite Nun Slaughter songs, but this is the kind of release that firmly exemplifies why I love this band so much. This is side A, by the way. Side B. I could show you the insert, because I don't think I did. There you go. Just Nun Slaughter is one of those bands that never lost that DIY garage band sound. They've been around for a very long time, but they still have that pure quality. The pureness to them that always reminds me of the joy you have when you're first starting a band. Having your first rehearsal, your first recording. I mean, you're recording to a goddamn boombox. They still understand that innocence. And I was talking on the live stream the other day about that King of the Hill episode being my favorite, just because there's that one King of the Hill episode where the rock band is living down the street. It's just a shit rock band playing in a garage, but there's just something pure about that. That's where my love of music comes from. The initial joy of it, just starting a fucking band, and that's what Nun Slaughter sounds like all the time, man. They might put out proper releases, but they've got these really shitty sounding recordings, and I fucking love them. That's why I like to pick up everything, and this is why I like Nun Slaughter so much. If you've never understood until now, I'll shut the fuck up. That's Supreme Beast, 2004 originally, is 2016 reissue. Fucking beautiful, man. That artwork is great. Alright, so that's it for me. Hopefully there's no lag in this video. I'm going to shut this fucking thing off, hopefully upload it, and you'll be able to watch this shit. You guys can follow me on Facebook and Instagram and all that. There's a link to subscribe if you want. Please go check out all these bands and all these releases if you haven't. They're well worth your time, every one of them, man. It's just great shit to listen to. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep supporting extreme fucking metal. Goodbye! I can scream as loud as I want.